The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I can't not talk about Robert Irwin right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
Oh, my goodness gracious me. It's so funny what's happened to all the women. It's so confusing. I mean, I put a video
What do you mean?
online because he's always been like little Robert,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I get
little
it.
kind of like Barney Rubble.
Yeah.
And now he's done this shoot and he looks, well, hot. And, you know, I've always likened myself to be more on par with Terry Irwin. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, Robert looks all right. I'm like, I just feel like this dodgy auntie. Basically, everyone feels really sinful at the moment because they're kind of checking out a kid.
Well, how old is he?
How old is
Feels
he?
wrong. He's 21.
21.
Okay.
Yeah, 21. He's 21 years of
Fair
age.
game then.
And
But
you
I
know-
worked out
Yeah.
why he looks so hot because I'm like, what is this? What have they done to us? He doesn't say anything in the ad, and they've got him to do, you know, smoltzy eyes. If you don't hear his accent, he's a sexy unit.
Good looking
You're suggesting
rooster.
when he opens his mouth, it erects.
Well, any Aussie really kind of undoes it. It's like they could be super hot. And it's like, yeah, how you going? How you going?
It's like
Going to
the
my
David
place.
Beckham effect, but he's
Exactly,
Yes,
and that's
yes.
what's happened.
But
So
what-
yeah.
I haven't seen the ad yet. In the ad, do they play up on the wildlife stuff? Have they got him?
Yeah, he's got
it's
a giant snake out.
Right, right, okay.
And then he's
Leave it.
got like a spider on his leg, a bit ants pants-ish.
Yeah, okay.
Then
Like
there's a
it's just
crocodile.
really quiet. It's a slow pan out,
Yeah.
and it's got that. Yeah, you remember the ants pants ad? Of course you would.
Yeah, of
that
course
would have
we
been
do.
like your
And
teenage
Yep.
years.
He's got an amazing rig on him. I remember
Yes.
when Lincoln, Mitch's brother, Lincoln, did the Men's Health. He was on the cover of Men's Health, and we had him on, and he said it was a full 6-month diet preparation
Regime.
Yeah, the whole thing, and he stuck to it religiously. Like, I wonder if Robert Earl, I've never seen him sans the car key before.
Yeah.
No.
And so I wonder if he's always had that rig, because I don't feel like Steve had the big rippling six-pack.
No.
No.
No, well, he was more a chunky monkey, isn't he? But I reckon Robert should be done for smuggling, illegal smuggling, because he's been smuggling those possessions for some time now.
Well,
and it's about
3
time he
years,
let
I'll
him
say.
out.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
But right now,
Yeah, let's get to it.
I'm giving away a clue. So we're down to the last voice. Voice number 2.
Wow.
The rest have gone. They're $1,000 each. If you can complete the set, it's $50,000, and it's got to happen before we go on holiday, which
could
is
happen today.
this weekend. Exactly.
If I know
So-
you guys, it'll happen before Friday because you won't want to be on air on Friday, risking extending it before your holiday.
We'll just be yelling out the name.
yeah, I can guarantee it'll be gone on
Yeah, I
Thursday.
know, I
Like, we don't know the
It's not
names.
going to make it till Friday.
No,
It's Poets' Day on Friday.
Is it?
right?
know Poets'
we
Day,
couldn't
don't
ruin
you?
Poets'
No,
Day.
we
could
already knew that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remind us off air though.
Got that in our calendars.
Nikki,
Okay.
what's the clue?
All right. The clue is Grammy Award winner. There we go. And that with other clues that I've given away, which you boys should remember.
I don't know what other clues you've done for number 2.
Oh,
to be honest.
continents and things.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, that's very vague though. Still. No, I haven't
Not
got.
that vague.
I haven't
I
got
said
it yet.
that they're not from the same continent.
I mean, I've got
as
skin
the
in this
last
game
voice
as
that
well,
went
Nikki.
off.
What? You
What?
know it.
Huh?
Do you know it?
Buzzman
course I
knows
do.
it. Buzzman
Yeah,
would
Buzz knows.
have sat there, you know, at the highest level meetings.
What
Yeah.
other? How
To
many
do-
clues? How many
Well,
clues? do we have
Grammy
for number
Award
2?
winner. Okay, so we're talking a singer.
Yeah.
We're talking
I reckon it's
an American singer
Yeah.
from the United States.
Yeah, that doesn't really narrow it down that much, though, does it? But can we have a listen?
Of course you can.
I listen to Nova.
Well, it's 2, right?
I listen
Yeah.
to Nova.
Listen,
Listen.
I got a bit of John Legend out of that.
Oh.
Go again.
I listen to Nova. I listen to Nova.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Come give me that cash.
Lutzi and Nikki Osborne's $50,000 Mystery Voices.
Change.
Guess these 4 voices
I listen to Nova.
and win a guaranteed $50,000.
Guaranteed to go off before Thursday.
That's what I was about to say. It is going to happen. Yeah, don't wait till Friday because we don't want to be here on Friday. We want to take off as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But yes, 50 grand. It all boils down to this one voice. Should we listen again? Play it
Yep.
again, Buzz.
Voice number 2 is what we're looking for.
I listen to
Nova.
Listen.
Can I jump in here? We've got Craig out of Caloundra. Are you there, Craig?
Yeah, I'm here.
It says that you missed the clue.
Yeah, I did, mate. I'm in the car, so I press the button and the radio cuts out, so I didn't hear the clue. No.
Oh, well, I'll tell you it.
Are you
Okay, cool.
going to tell it to him?
Yeah, that's the kind of gal I am.
Awesome.
The clue is Grammy Award winner.
Grammy Award winner. There you go. Well, that stuffed my answer up, but I'll have to wing it. No worries.
You might have to pivot.
And
Okay, Grammy.
we also established he's not from the UK.
Hey, did you just say he?
Oh, it's a he.
Oh, well, if it's not a he,
Loose
gee
lips, sink
willikers.
ships.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, but it does sound like a dude, but still, you don't know, do you, these days?
Let's have a listen.
I mean,
I listen to
Nova.
That's so
I
quick.
can sound like that really early in the morning after a big night.
Saturday
but-
morning, that's how you woke up sounding Nikki.
Yeah. Look, it's a dude. It's a dude who's not from the UK, and they won a Grammy.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Go, Craig. Give us your 4 voices, mate.
Okay, we'll go with Rachel Taylor, Luke Combs, Jude Law, and Delta Goodrum.
Ooh. Now, who were you going with?
I was going to go with Arnold Schwarzenegger, deep voice. So I thought that might be Arnie.
He's yet to win a Grammy.
It's not a tumor.
Yeah.
Totally see
We
why.
could remix
and
that.
Oh, well, hang on.
And-
I've got some of Arnie singing. Let's see if he could win a Grammy.
Take out the papers and the trash. Or you don't get no spending cash.
No, you
If
got,
you don't scrap that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Da 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 da.
you got
I
beaten
see
by
what you mean
Beyonce
about-
that year. Best
I see
country
what you
album.
mean about Buzz on the buttons. Oh, Buzz. Yeah, I can see why you thought Arnold Schwarzenegger because, yeah, that is a deep kind of voice. And also,
Yeah,
I met Arnie, and there's a very awkward photo of me and Arnold on my Instagram. So you've been doing your research. But
No worries.
is it correct? All right.
Okay.
I can say that you have got 3 voices right in the correct order. I'm sorry.
Put a line through
That's
Luke
okay. No
Combs.
worries. No, cheers,
All right.
guys. Thank you.
Craig will be back, though.
I'll be back.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
School holidays, you got to keep your kids amused, otherwise they get into mischief. You've got small kids, don't you, Buzz?
Yeah, 3.5 and a 2-year-old.
Do they get into drama?
Of course they do.
Do they put random things in their mouth?
Rocks was the order of the day for quite a bit of time.
Chomping on rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if you saw over the weekend. a
I
woman's
think I did
TikTok,
catch this one, yes.
Natasha Emery, she caught on camera her toddler had got into mischief. He was making a big mess with a certain material and had consumed a fair bit of it. And you won't believe what he's actually eaten. Here's the audio.
Oh my God, when your son eats your dad,
Oh!
his ashes. My son has eaten my dad's ashes.
Yep.
Not my son has eaten my dad's lashes, but ashes.
Ashes. So she had her dad in a jar on a lower mantle, which is a first mistake. And this kid's gone and poured it out like it's flour and made a big mess of it and then went, oh, this is tasty, and started chowing down on her dad's ashes. Buzz is
Oh, my
quite
God.
distressed. And it just reminds me of all the crap that my kids have eaten. I remember one time, the first time we ever left Teddy with Grandpa to babysit, just so we could go out to
Grandpa
dinner
was
to get
alive.
a
Yeah,
text.
Was Grandpa in ashes form or
He didn't eat Grandpa.
Right, there you go.
But we got a text from Grandpa. Within half an hour, he goes, I don't want to alarm you, but Teddy got hold of a marble and now I can't find it. And I
dear.
do think he might have eaten it. And then so for the next 12 hours, I'm like, Jeremy, let's just leave him nappyless because I want it to happen where he just shoots out a marble at random. Exactly. And he did, but it came in like a package of poo.
Okay. We
But
get it.
another time, he the vitamin C bottle was on the ground and it was empty.
Oh, dear.
And I'm looking at Teddy. I'm like, Teddy, did you eat this? Did you eat this? No. And then all of a sudden, he does the biggest Fanta-coloured vomit all over me, just bright orange. So anyway, we got to the bottom of that one. But 13, 24, 10, what random crap has your child eaten?
Yeah.
Because they get into it. Ash, do you remember what your kids have eaten?
Oh, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I know what you're talking about. There's just been so many times I think we've had that where you've saved. You've saved the situation.
You're a good parent.
No, I'm not suggesting for a second
Definitely
that is the case.
That's not what he's saying.
I'm just saying off the top of my head, I can't quite think. But where my head went with the Ashes one is I found it so disrespectful to the grandpa or the dad or whoever it was. Like, why did she have the Ashes within the reach of the kid?
Yes.
And then
where were they?
If it was so disrespectful, why did she reach for a phone to videotape it first of all?
Yes,
but that's.
yeah.
That's beside the point.
Beside the point.
But
Yes.
it's kind of nice in a way. It's
What do you
kind
mean?
of like,
Yeah,
well,
it's a
now
circle
that
of life.
His dad is literally inside him. You always say when someone passes on, look, that you're carrying them inside.
Yeah.
You're still with
His
you.
legacy.
Yeah, well,
Literally.
literally.
Yeah.
My kid, Harrison, when he was younger, ate dog poo. We got a dog.
Oh,
And he come back with a little bit of brown on his nose.
yeah.
No, I've had my dog eat my kids' crap, but not in the reverse.
Yeah.
Holy heck, have you wormed him and stuff?
I hope so.
Get
I would
him
have
on
had
the
to throw the
ivermectin.
dog and the kid out in that situation.
So we're looking for what is your kid eating? It could be anything. Could be dog poo. Could be
No, there's no more dog poo ones.
feces.
Yeah.
Is advised.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Kids that eat random stuff.
You've lit the phones up here.
You reminded me too,
they've lit
Nikki.
up, have they?
I-
Well, let's get into it. Shall we get into it?
Yeah, we're not.
Candace.
The reason I don't, just before we get to
Oh, you're not going
Candace,
to tell your chocolate
Yeah.
story.
the reason
again.
I don't,
here you go.
the
So-
reason,
There we
Nikki has,
go.
I got some fresh
I'm going
meat.
to bail out on this one. It'll be the 48,000th
Yeah.
time I've
The re-
heard about this.
The reason I don't eat chocolate anymore, Nikki, is
Yeah.
because when I was like 18 months or 2 years old at Easter, they left me, they were getting ready to go to church or whatever, the family, and left me in the kitchen with my brother's Easter eggs, and I ate all of them with the silver foil wrapping still on them. And vomited everywhere, and I haven't eaten chocolate since.
Is that why you're so iridescent now?
Yes,
Foil's kind of
that is why.
hit your
Yeah, is that
complexion.
L foil?
The elf
Oh,
foil.
that's funny.
There you go.
Oh, that's not bright. Anyway, Candace, Flagstone, what has your kid eaten?
It wasn't my kid, it was my best friend. She had just sprayed fly spray and her daughter was about a year old and crawled over and ate the dead fly. I was sending through some very scared voice memos about if she'd just poisoned her kid.
Oh, I mean, really, that's just like a Vietnamese street market, though, isn't it? Just sample a little. I mean, they're trying to encourage people to eat bugs over there now as a form of protein.
Yeah,
But, with the spray element's not good. I can't even spray a fly. I'm that much of a pussy.
Where do you stand on the, let your kid, ferret around the backyard, putting dirt in his mouth just to give him a bit of fibre and a bit of to fight away the bugs through their life?
They need
You know
to
what I
build
mean?
up their resistance.
Yeah. Is that a thing?
It's definitely a thing. And it
Certainly was
also
the thing
means
with me.
it's a lazy thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's good for them, Jody.
Yeah.
Yes.
A strong immune system.
What about Julia from Norman Park?
My younger son literally ate his schoolwork,
His
Oh,
homework.
good on him.
Homework.
Good
like a
on
full
him.
assignment.
What was it on?
Oh,
It was an RE, a religion assignment.
Come on.
Oh.
Come on. That's like, no. First of all,
What?
nobody does an RE assignment for school. Nobody has ever done an RE assignment at school, ever in the history. It's your dog that eats the homework. That's the excuse that you use, and he's just got a bit creative.
why did he eat it?
I think because we use those scented colouring in pens, the ones that
remember
smell
them?
like,
Oh.
yeah.
I still
And
I
they-
feel like
still do
if he's old enough to want to eat yummy pen ink, then maybe he shouldn't be doing assignments yet.
How old was he?
He was 6 at the time.
Okay.
Is he all right?
What's he
Is he
doing
still with us?
assignment at 6?
Is he going good, Julia?
Yeah, he's fine. He's absolutely fine. He's 11 now.
See, I bet you he's got a strong immune system and a good religious ethic as well.
And if you cover him in lemon, the ink appears on his skin.
There you go.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Footy is back. Get on board KO Sports. Sign up today.
Yep, and each and every week we speak to someone from KO It's like a lucky dip. We never know who we're going to get.
I know.
And today,
we got some goodies.
Today we got one of the finest.
Oh, yes.
Today we got someone from our alma mater.
Yes, alumni.
Yes.
Alumni, that's the word. The brown dog, Jonathan Brown.
How are you,
Cutting
mate?
teeth with you guys, the apprenticeship. I'm great. How are you guys?
Good, mate.
I saw you at the boxing
Yes.
yesterday, commentating boxing, mate. That's interesting.
Oh, loved it. A bit of Milo Kerrigan about me, Lutzy. Remember Milo Kerrigan? One of the great characters.
I was literally trying to impersonate him last week in the studio. Oh, Milo. Sean McAuliffe.
Yeah, that was Sean's character, wasn't it?
Yes, it was Sean McCullough's
Hilarious.
character on. I always get confused. Fast forward, full frontal.
One
Which
of
one
those
was it?
ones.
Yeah. Anyway, it was. But yeah, that was me yesterday. I tell you, Newcastle for the boxing was a cultural experience. It was fantastic. It was. There were some characters up there, colourful characters. That's all I'll say. But
Brownie.
geez, it was great to see Tim Zoo back.
Yeah, that was a great win, the fourth round
Yes.
TKO. But
So the bloke chucked the towel in. That was the dad,
Well,
wasn't
dad.
it?
Yeah, he's dad,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, but he was copping a battering. The funny thing was, Brownie was they because they start in the dressing rooms, obviously, and then you're waiting for Tim Zoo to come out like it's Madison Square Garden. He's in a donga out the
that
back.
was unbelievable.
And then he has to walk through the car
Mate,
park
it's
to get to the stadium. It was ridiculous.
Mate,
Hang on, Brad, wait. I'm confused about all this. First of all, who threw the towel in, and is that a thing? Who threw
Yeah,
the
like
towel in?
literally through
Yeah,
the towel.
to
in.
save the boxer.
Yeah.
Is that where it comes from?
Yeah, throwing the towel.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And so his dad threw it.
It's literal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's
And it was a
trainer.
good throw too because they were over the other side
I
of the
know,
ring,
yeah.
in the other corner. So he had to piff it like it was like you were down the river or the creek, and you had to piff stones and you had to skim him. And like he had to give it everything he had. He nearly popped his shoulder out and he hit the referee, and the ref obviously called the fight because he was under a barrage. But
That's
you're right,
hilarious that he came from a donga though, and he walked through the car.
Nicky, it was hilarious. He had to walk and he was without his team, and it was like he got lost in the car
I
park.
don't
He's
know
looking around
what a
going, which
donga
door was
is
it? Was it the
either.
pink door? Was it the black door?
It was like that moment from Spinal Tap.
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
when they can't find their way to the stage.
I know. Well, it looked magnificent. There was about 5,000 or 6,000 in there. It was absolutely pumping, but not a huge amount of facilities out the back. But I got dressed in Joey. I turned up and had to get dressed to go on air for KO, and they go, "Oh no, we don't have any change rooms. You have to get dressed in Joey Spencer's." So I was getting dressed, putting my suit on, while Joey Spencer's there.
Are you serious?
Who's about to knock out? I'm putting my tie on and just. Sorry, Joey, just get out of the way. I'm just trying to do a Windsor night, mate.
You ask him to help you with your tie. You go, I can't. My wrists are strapped. I can't even bend my knuckles. What are you talking about?
So yeah, no, that was a fun day.
And what about our boys, the Lions, mate?
Yeah, I know.
Right?
We're 4-0. We're not shooting the lights out, but you don't have to. When you're the defending premier, you just got to win early in the season. And we've got a few stars. How good are the Ashcroft boys? They wax. They wax the ball. They find each other. So that's pretty cool. But we're going well. So the premiership defence is away and cooking.
Certainly is. And UFC, I think, next week they were
Yeah,
promoting it yesterday.
Volk's fighting this week, so we love the UFC KO as well. So
don't we love the Volk too? Like, isn't he one of the most? He's just one of the most likeable characters I reckon that we've had in Australian sport. Like, you can't not like the Volk.
How do you feel like to do that sport? Like, you got to be a real prick off the field.
Yeah.
And
no, I know what you mean.
You
like,
know
they've
what I
just
mean?
got that real hard edge to them that you think, oh man, I wouldn't.
But he's the nicest bloke ever.
Yeah.
Like, almost to the point where you go, I'm not sure this bloke could fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you back your chance in a pub with him.
Yeah.
He's just such a lovely bloke.
You know, he was a really good footy player. He played for. There's footage of him playing.
League.
Yeah, played rugby league, and there's footage of him playing in a grand final for someone or other go out.
It was a St George or one of those down that way.
He got man of the match in the grand final.
He did. He was a hooker.
Yeah, no, he was. I think he was a prop brownie. I think he was a prop.
Yeah,
He'd
he
be
was
the
a small
shortest prop
Yeah.
in history.
Absolutely, I've spoken to him about it. So, no, he's a ripper. But that'll be fun on when's that? That's
Sunday, April 13th.
Sunday. This Sunday. So main event on KO Sports and Foxtel. So that'll be awesome. Gather round this week, and we're off to Adelaide. So that's our magic round.
Yeah, good.
It's gather round in Adelaide, and it's fun. It's fun as hell. It's a great concept we've stolen from rugby league, and Adelaide just turns it on. You can go to the wineries. There's golf courses, good restaurants, and Adelaide Adelaide Oval's right in the centre of town, so that'll be a fun few days.
Unreal. Good to speak to you, mate.
Cheers,
Good
Brownie.
to speak to you guys. Right, take care.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Discover the hidden gems and sun-soaked adventures waiting for you in Moreton Bay, just up the road from Brisbane. Visit moretonbayregion.com.au.
Nikki's road trip a day.
We're to the motherland, Nikki, where you grew up.
That's right. So what you need to do is need to go and register on the Nova Player, and we're giving one away each day this week. It's basically like a family road trip package with lots of fun things that you can do.
That's cool.
So have we got someone on the line?
We do.
We've got a good prize today.
Alice from Yarrabilba. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Alice. Now, you only just registered, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I was listening to you guys on my drive to work and I heard it and I was like, oh, that'll be lovely. So
that's
I
good.
jumped on.
Good on you.
Well done you, because you've got kids, right?
Yes, I do.
Well, you get to take them to White Ridge Farm and have a fun interactive animal feeding session. Then you can go to Bounce Moray Field. Then
fun.
you can head to the Jungle Adventure Play in North Lakes for the climbing walls and the high ropes and parkour. Then you can go and have
Parkour.
lunch at the Sandstone Point Hotel.
Oh, yes.
And you get a $200 petrol voucher to fill up your tank.
How good's that?
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Oh, wow.
You're very welcome. So that'll keep them busy, won't it?
It will. They will absolutely love that.
That's so cool.
Is that all? Is that like one day? You do all that in one day, Nikki?
Well, I don't think you have to do it in one
No.
day, but
No.
I think you can
So
spread
There's
it out.
days and days of entertainment there.
Well, that's like a thing a day, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Exactly. Like you
And
said,
go to the
one day
Sandy
it's
Point Hotel for lunch.
Sandstone Point Hotel. That they're having their 10th birthday. I can't believe that's been there 10 years.
Holy hoo.
What a juggernaut that's become. Unreal.
And that White Ridge Farm, that's like that's a day out by itself.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's like
Kids will
going to
love that.
Clarkson's farm.
Yeah, exactly. Without the TV cameras and the drama
Alice
and that
loved
bloke
it.
that no one can understand.
Well, anyway, congrats. So to everyone else, jump on the Nova Player so you can also win prizes and take your kids out and they won't be climbing the walls.
You know what, though? Like, because it is school holiday. School holiday starts officially today.
Yeah, right.
But these prizes aren't all about school holidays, are they, Nikki? Tomorrow, a romantic overnight stay at Clear Mountain Lodge.
Stop it.
So leave the
hello.
kids at home after having them there for 2 weeks and discover the hidden gems and sun-soaked adventures waiting for you in Moreton Bay, just up the road from Brizzy, not too far away. Head to visitmoretonbayregion.com.au.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Basically, this guy, an employee's gone on holiday and then his boss has had a meeting rescheduled sooner. So he's started WhatsApping his employee going, oh, mate, just a quick one. Can you jump on the laptop? We've got to get this sorted. He's like, oh, I'm on holiday with my family. I've just landed. We're checking into Airbnb. He's like, oh, it's only a quick one. And then he didn't respond. He's like, come on, mate, just hop on your laptop. And he's like, I didn't bring my laptop. He's like, why on earth did you not bring your laptop? He said, I'm on holiday.
holidays.
And it keeps going. And then he said, I'm not doing this. I'm on holiday. You should not be like messaging people on leave.
I agree.
And the boss said, oh, rightio, good to know where your priorities are then, mate. To which he said, yeah, my priorities are my family. Mic drop. And this has got people fired up online because it's tough nowadays with small businesses because you kind of feel bad for your boss because you know they're trying to make a go of it and it's really hard doing small business. But in larger companies, that sort of behaviour is completely outrageous. Or is it outrageous to contact an employee regardless of your business?
Regardless.
How did
Well,
this
it's
story
probably
come to
elite.
light, by the way?
Yeah.
How did it get
A
released?
friend.
What was the company?
Put it on TikTok. They didn't mention the company, but they brought it up on TikTok. But I've been asked to do things that I don't want to do before. I was on a show
Careful.
on a particular network.
Why'd you look at me, Lutzi, like that? Lutzi just gave me the eyes. Like,
Oh, hello. No, Buzz was not
No,
under
fine,
the table,
yeah.
nor I under the table.
thank you,
arms.
Bronte, if you listen.
Yep.
No, I was on air. I was quite popular with the gents on this particular show, but more popular with Jeremy, put a ring on it. But I was told I had to hide the ring, not wear the ring on air, and hide the engagement for a year.
Yeah, wow, that's interesting. And where did
So-
you sit with that? What did you do?
It was really uncomfortable.
So you did it.
But you know, I was young. I needed the money. But
What
it
did-
was
what did
you
your
know
husband
it was
think?
my big break at the time. He kind of understood it from a commercial perspective, but it wasn't nice for him, especially when I haven't taken his surname as well. So it was like a double whammy. But bad bosses. I want to know what other bad bosses there are out there, because we're coming into school holidays. Do we have the right to disconnect? Or what's just a bad boss story where they've asked you to do something
I
you
worked at
shouldn't be doing?
a takeaway joint in 2007. Do you remember K-Rod giving you the we got that payment?
Kevin 07.
Yeah, try and boost the economy.
I remember Kevin 07.
I think was it 750? It was a bit. It was
significant.
I was a 17-year-old, and I was working at a takeaway shop. My boss, I'll name him Thanas. If you're listening, mate, you still owe me 750.
Yeah, Vanas.
Because I hit him up and I was like, can I get my group certificate from the past 12 months so I can get my 750? Yeah. He brushed me because he was paying me cash. He wasn't doing things legitimately.
Do you reckon Vanas might have been getting the 750 as well?
Maybe he was.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, Scotty out of the Gold Coast, what do you got for us, mate? What's your take on this?
Mate, my take is, my understanding is that there's been legislation that's gone through the Parliament, the right to disconnect. That's,
right.
I think that's
cool.
Yeah.
I think that's where it starts.
So we've gone French because the French in France, that they have that. They're very strict about that. They can't even contact you after 5 p.m. on a work day. They just can't. What were you saying?
Look, I think it's fair enough that when you're at work, you're at work. When you're at home, you're not at work and you're not being paid for it. So I think workers need to be a little bit more astute when it comes to knowing their rights at work, and where the boundary and where the boundaries are.
What's our
I think
boundary?
that's fair enough.
What's our boundary, Ash? You reckon? What time would you think? So if Five Arms was to call you at 9:30 this morning, is that's the mark?
Oh, that's right on the cut-off point. That's right on.
So 6 till 9:30.
My right to disconnect is. I take that
What about our producers?
seriously.
Are they listening right now?
Yeah.
What are you suggesting?
Emma out of Yarra Bilbon, what do you got? When was your bad boss?
I was really unwell one day and was calling up sick for work, and I just found out my mum had had a stroke. And when I got told I had to come into work anyway, I let my boss know about my mum's stroke, and I got told not to make up stories.
It's gaslighting, boss.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. And how
I ended
how
up
did this
sending a
play
photo
out?
of my medical certificate and my mum in the hospital to my boss saying, "See you next week."
Yeah, wow.
See you next Tuesday.
Oh, take that. Or otherwise, if she was telling porky pies, you just get your mum to put her iPhone earpods up her nose, like with the
Oh
cables,
yeah, I've seen that. I've
and
seen
lay
that.
down. Yeah,
I've seen that.
it's quite convincing.
I had a bad boss once. It was here at Nova actually.
just had one as well.
Oh, hello.
Careful.
I explained to him that I couldn't stay around that morning for the meeting as much as I wanted to because one of my kids was getting an award at school, and I took off immediately after the show. And then when I arrived back at work the next morning, I found out that without my permission, he contacted the school to find out if there were. If my son was receiving an award,
which
to
he
say there
wasn't.
is no assembly today, and
there was no award.
The Bradnam kid is definitely not receiving an award. Now that's just out of line.
Yeah, and that's same boss, by the way.
Not to mention
Out
that
of
your
line,
kids,
Nikki.
It was out of line.
your kids have more awards.
Yeah, they're very talented.
Than
They
do
I've
have a
had
lot of
what
awards.
dinner so much.
Not so
say.
much these days because they're working
Because
these
they're
days,
24.
Yeah,
But other than at that
very
point,
talented school children.
And that's
Yeah,
same,
but-
like, I got my appendix out. He made me do the radio show from bed the next day.
Yeah.
Whilst I was having to put suppositories up my date.
Is this true?
Yes.
And it was one of Lottie's better shows. if I must say so.
7:40. I'm going to have to live on air.
Yeah, I remember that as well.
Remember that?
Bianca
Yeah,
out of
that's bad. That's
Jordan.
bad
You
for
helped me.
everyone.
What do you got, Bianca?
Hi guys, morning. Hey, so my first job when I was 17 was for a family-owned kebab shop business. It was a father and two sons that worked there. Worked there for a few weeks. Everything was going okay, and then one shift I found out that they actually went through my mobile phone. They found out that I had a boyfriend and sacked me and didn't pay me for 2 weeks. My dad ended up by having to go in, speak to them to get them to pay me. Yeah.
Because you had
Is
a
this like
boyfriend.
a shop front for
Because I had a
like slave
boyfriend.
trade or something? Like,
Little
hang on,
bit.
someone's going to miss her.
Yeah, you were being trafficked, I think.
She's not the one.
You didn't work for Thanas, did you, Bianca?
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Come give me that cash.
Ash Lutzi and Nikki Osborne's $50,000 Mystery Voices. Guess these 4 voices.
I listen to
Nova. And win a guaranteed $50,000.
Let's give it away now, I reckon.
All right, it is. No, I won't do that.
Oh, yeah. Come on now.
No, can't blow my load on a Monday.
No.
But I have given a very big clue this morning. Grammy winner. Said it was a dude. Said he's not from the UK.
That's enough.
Voice number 2. So who do we have on the line? Do we have someone on the line?
Zali.
Yes, hello.
Zali.
From Pimpama.
Hello. Oh, you sound all fresh and delightful.
Oh, I'm very excited to get through and very excited to do a guess, so.
Okay, so you've heard all the clues?
Yes.
And you've had a really good listen to the voice. Actually, Buzz, let's play it again.
I listen to
Nova.
Did you pivot your selection of number 2 off the back of that last clue, Zali?
I did, yes. I was in a completely different ballpark that I was kind of thinking, so
Yeah, right.
the one this morning definitely helped. And
Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, let's have a crack. Hit me with the 4 voices.
I got Rachel Taylor, Kendrick Lamar, Jude Law, and Delta Goodrum.
Oh,
Kendrick
I can
Lamar.
see what she's
Has it been
done
guessed?
there.
Has not been guessed.
No, it has not been guessed. That's the first time I've heard Kendrick.
Let's see if we
What?
can hear Kendrick in voice 2. Hang on, let's have a listen.
I listen to
Nova.
Listen.
Come on.
Listen. Well, because we were banging on about Kendrick a lot earlier on in the show. Well, in like earlier months when he was when he did the Super Bowl. We were carrying on about Kendrick. Okay. All right. I can say
For $50,000.
for $50,000, you have 3 voices right and the correct order.
Damn.
Oh, but that she's nipping in the right pockets.
Yep.
Oh,
Zali.
It feels so close. It feels
Really?
too close.
Thank you.
Yes.
Zali, you can still keep trying. I don't
Yes.
think
Yeah,
it's
no,
far.
I'll be on tomorrow, so.
Be humble.
The Ash Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.